What is up, everybody? It is Wick here, and I'm about to go thrifting, look for some things I can buy and sell on eBay, Amazon, make some money. I do have 5 orders I have to ship out this morning, so I'm going to show you those real quick, and then we'll jump into thrifting. So this DVD VCR combo Magnavox, been selling these a lot on eBay since the price has dropped quite a bit on Amazon. You're getting about the same amount of money after fees and shipping difference and all that. This is one I picked up for $5. I added a remote I had for it, picked it up at a Goodwill, and I ended up selling it for $100 plus shipping. Sold within about 30 minutes of me listing it. Picked up 5 of these filters for $1 at a thrift store. Sold them for $20 plus shipping for a total of $33.52. Here's a Kenny Powers bobblehead from the show Eastbound and Down. This was a local pickup. I paid $10 for it, and I ended up selling it for $70 plus shipping for a total of $85.53. It's a bit on the rare side. Sold these Champion shoes, new with tags. They're kind of like shape-ups. Got them at Goodwill for $5, and I sold them for $25 plus shipping. Here are some First Alert fire extinguishers. I got a bunch of these at Lowe's about a year and a half ago. They were dirt cheap. They were marked down to like $1 something if I remember correctly. I filled my cart with them. I've been selling them for about $25 plus shipping. So for as little as I paid, it's really good profit. When you're shipping fire extinguishers and stuff like that, always ship them ground. Could save you a big hassle. I am inside of the first Goodwill looking at the shoes. Already got some San Antonio Shoe Company shoes in the cart and some other things. A baseball glove, which actually sold that really quickly. This Buzz Lightyear figure, which was not worth picking up, ended up putting that back. But the luck continues. I keep finding good shoes in these thrift stores, so I'm going to pick them up when I can find them. Checking out these boots, seeing if there are any name brand stuff. And I think I'm pretty much good with the shoes until I see these Brooks up here. And I'm like, hey, these are pretty clean, $4.99. Actually sold those really quick as well. And yeah, it's nice when shoes sell quick because you never know how long those things are going to sit when you buy them because, well, the right person has to come along to buy used shoes, certain sizes, all that. So some Nike cleats down there. Generally not worth picking up, but a new cart of shoes came out at this Goodwill. And I found some other like Adidas shoes and some good stuff, so I'm picking those up as well. And I love to see it. Love to be in the right place at the right time. Here's some tools, and I see the what is it called? I can't remember the generic name that some of these stores carry. Not good ones. Here in the thrift store, I'm seeing this camera bag, and no camera in it, unfortunately. Camera carrying case. You got this piggy bank here. Actually, I meant to look this up because I thought that could be something that's worth money. Probably not, though. It's like some sort of smart piggy bank, I thought. I've never seen one before, and I like to look up stuff I've never seen because you just never know. There's a router. Of course, some of those routers are pretty big money, so I like to look up the model numbers on those if they're the newer ones. And at this Goodwill, I am just looking in the utensils, hoping to find something, but I see this clock up here and I'm like, oh, Boyd's Bear, probably not worth anything, $3.99. And I see the Danbury Mint on the back and I'm like, oh, there's some really good Danbury Mint things like that. Kind of ups the value a little bit from my experience. So I looked it up and I'm like, hey, that is worth picking up. I can make some money. So I bought it. Here's another Boyd's Bear thing. You know, most of this kind of stuff is just not worth picking up. It's kind of like precious moments and that kind of stuff, but I looked that up anyway, and yeah, not worth picking up. But I know still people collect that stuff. People want it. Just certain ones anyway. It's very saturated on eBay. But look at this. Some nativity scene stuff here I'm seeing, and I'm like, wow, $12.99 for these. They look like they could be new. They weren't, but in the box, good name on them. So I was able to scan one of them. I'm like, yeah, I think this box is going to be worth picking up. This one, I couldn't really get to all the pieces. They're taped up, and this camel was out of the box kind of. I pull it out, and I'm able to see it's Thomas Kincaid stuff. I'm like, hey, this could be good. I looked up the camel. I'm like, wow, this camel's worth the price of $24.99 alone. So I bought that, not knowing what pieces were in there. and it turned out to be a very good find on that stuff. Very happy I picked it up. So yeah, nativity scene score there. And I saw somebody looking at those as well, and I'm like, oh no, I bet that's some good stuff. Went and looked around and came back, and yeah, it was still there, so I'm buying them. Here's a coffee decanter, $4.99. It's new. I've sold a lot of these types of things before, so I look it up and I see I can make some money. It's an easy list, easy ship, sale, that kind of thing. So happy to buy that. Not big money or anything, but still, when you're not spending much time to make $10 or $15, that adds up. So yeah, I don't see much else here in these dishes, but I did find some great things today. Let me show you everything I found. Here is my haul for today. I got some amazing stuff, really. Got a decent amount of good shoe finds, so let's go over those real quick. I got these Under Armour boots. Very clean. They were $4.99, and the comps are pretty good on these. $40 to $50 it was looking like. So I'll probably price them about $40 plus shipping. Then here we have a pair of San Antonio Shoe Company shoes. They're not black, so they're not as valuable. Pre-owned. They do have a couple little black spots on there that I'll be able to clean off pretty easy. Otherwise, great condition, $4.99. I'll probably price them about $25 plus shipping, and they will sell eventually. So I got a couple pairs of these Adidas shoes that are nice, size 13, or size 14 actually. And these had just come out on a cart before I was leaving, most of these shoes actually, so happy to see them. These Adidas here, I think I can sell for $25 plus shipping. In pretty good condition. A little bit of dirt on the sides there, the soles, but they'll wipe off really easy. And then these right here, these are Adidas Top 10 Superstars, and they're in really good condition. A little bit of gunk on the toes, which will wipe off. These, I might be able to get $50 for. Probably what I'm going to try, since they are size 14. It seems like when I searched for them, I didn't see any size 14, which is good. Condition's good. Price was good, $4.99. So yeah, I'll price them $50 plus shipping. Then I picked up this pair of Brooks shoes just because they're in pretty good condition. Of course, there's a billion Brooks on eBay, so this is definitely kind of a long tail item at this point, but I have sold so many Brooks. It's just a matter of somebody has to come on wanting these shoes, wanting the size, wanting them pre-owned. All those things have to fall into place. If other people have the same size, same style at a lower price, you know, that magical unicorn person is going to buy those first, and you're going to wait even longer. So if you're going to be selling shoes, be in it for the long game, because these things normally are just not going to sell that quickly. You know, unless you use the price these like $10 or something, you still make a little bit of money, but they would sell probably same day. I'm going to price them $25 and just wait until someone comes along and buys them. And then the final pair of shoes, or I should say slippers, are these UGG slippers, sandals. Good condition, not super valuable. Honestly, I'll probably sell them for $20 plus shipping. I assume they gave me the slipper price, which is $2.99 at Goodwill. Otherwise, I was charged $4.99. I didn't really check. Either way, I'm gonna make some profit on them. So if I was to add up the estimated profit on all these shoes, I think it's gonna be good. I also picked up this Mizuno glove here. $1.99 is why I picked it up. It's not a, you know, it's a youth glove. It's not super valuable or anything. It's clean. I'm pretty sure I sold this model. Maybe it's the one I sold recently. I picked up one, I think it was like a quarter or 50 cents at the thrift store. But honestly, you can sell these for $15. Somebody's gonna buy this for their kid who's playing. It's a first class ship. They're very light, so I'll list it between 15 and 20. Baseball season's, you know, starting to heat up here soon, so all my bats and gloves I want to make sure I have listed. And I always list them based on the spring price, because if you look at gloves and stuff in the winter, you see a lot of comps for gloves lower than what they should be selling for. And if you price yours that low, and then they're gonna sell if that's your goal. But if you're trying to get more money for them, you know, just price them what they're gonna sell for in the season. Same with like Christmas stuff. If you're checking comps in July for Christmas stuff, you're not gonna get as accurate of comps, because stuff sells higher for around Christmas. Just makes sense, right? So here is this Tasmanian Devil vintage mug. You know, I picked it up because I have a couple other Looney Tune mugs from this line. I just don't know where they are. I thought, oh, I could just add this one, do a lot. By itself, I could sell it, make some money, but honestly, it'd probably only be like $4 to $5 profit. They do sell. I have a Bugs Bunny and Tweety, and it seems like I had another one even. I just don't know, you know, where they are at this point, because I've thrown them in a death pile somewhere, which could be a problem when you're selling stuff like this and you're saving pieces, you know, it's just not big profit even selling them as a lot. So, you know, I don't necessarily recommend saving stuff. Now, if it's like something you make $100 on, if you have like all three or whatever, that's a different story. It's worth taking your space. But yeah, you know, I picked it up. There's some money in it, a little bit. Plus, I think they're pretty cool. So here is a little coffee pot, and it was $4.99. It is new, got the sticker seal on there. I've done well with selling these kind of coffee decanters and pots and stuff that are new. This one, $20 minimum, 20 plus shipping. You know, it's gonna be minimum $10 profit in the end. It's probably gonna be closer to 15. I might try to get $25 for it. It just depends, but it's super easy to list. It's got a UPC code. It's new. You just take, you know, 2 or 3 photos. So I love dealing with stuff like this, even if it's not huge money. Okay, so we got some nativity stuff here, and I bought this stuff blind for the most part. I was able to scan one UPC. They were in boxes all taped up. I believe I have some preview footage you probably saw. And one was this camel. I was able to pull out of the box, and if you pull this stuff or you cut the tape on the box, you know, Goodwill won't sell it to you, or they might not sell it to you. It just depends on the Goodwill, at least around here, which is weird because, you know, they offer returns. So honestly, I could just buy this stuff and probably return it all if I didn't like it. So they might as well just let you dig through the box. I guess they do that because they don't want people to add to the box or take out one thing. Anyway, I was able to see this camel was Thomas Kincaid, which is a pretty good name. I was able to look it up and I saw that this camel alone sold for about $50. So I'm like, whoa, I just went ahead and bought the whole box. I didn't know if it was going to be more of this stuff. It was mixed. The stuff was going to be broken, whatever, but it was worth the gamble. This box with these Roman nativity scene figures, they were $12.99, so I was pretty sure I was going to do okay, as long as they're not broken up in there. I actually haven't opened them and went through them all, but I have looked them up, and there's some good stuff here. Some of them was selling for around $30, $35, some of them $15. One of them I couldn't find any comps on. I believe it was this one here. So I'm probably pricing that one at least $60 just because of, you know, it being rare. Somebody looking for the whole set, you know, unfortunately they're gonna have to pay up for that. That's just how it is with supply and demand. But absolute minimum here, I'm gonna make $100 profit, and I wouldn't be surprised if I was able to pull $150 out of these in the end. Now these, I'm very lucky because there's no damage. I could not find any damage on these. Even the box over there has the styrofoam for this piece, so I'll be able to sell that and have it pretty well protected, which is always nice. Looking up the comps, some of these complete look like they were selling for $170, $200. However, I'm thinking I can make more money parting this stuff out. Just based on like the 3 wise men, I saw those 3 sell for $60 plus shipping. Like I said, I saw the camel sell for $50, but I also saw the camel selling for, you know, $25 plus shipping, stuff like that. Again, it's one of those things where you just have to price it based on if anyone else is just selling this camel by itself. Sure, you probably price it $40, $50. Somebody breaks their camel, they turn to eBay. They love the set. They're going to pay for the camel. I didn't even look up this camel. It might be similar in value. You know, some of the pieces like Jesus, Mary, Joseph, the angel, was selling for around $40, $50, if I remember correctly. This piece I saw some sell for around $100 by itself. So yeah, I'm probably going to part this stuff out. And I think it's going to end up being a very good profit in the end. Now, I'm probably going to sell like the 3 wise men together, maybe the 2 camels together, Mary, Joseph, Jesus, the angel together, or maybe even separate. Again, I just have to go through and do the research on what's best. However, just doing a rough estimate here, I think I'm making at least $350 on all this nativity stuff, maybe up to $400, maybe even over $400. But for the sake of this video, I like to estimate a little lower. So we'll just say $350 profit. So great pickup on this stuff. And I don't want to forget about this Boyd's Bear clock. Usually I don't pick up this kind of stuff, meaning the Boyd's Bear stuff, because it's mass produced, but kind of turned it over and I saw that it said Danbury Mint, which I know they have some really good items. Plus it's in great condition and it was only $3.99, which Goodwill usually prices stuff like this, you know, $10, $15. Anything Boyd's Bears or Precious Moments or something like that. Most people that work at Goodwill are like, oh, that's worth a ton of money. We got to price it high. But this is going to be, I think, a $30 sale, maybe a $25 sale minimum from what I was seeing comp-wise. So Yeah, that's some great extra profit on this clock. But there it is, everybody. That is my haul for today. You see I got some great stuff, nativity scene stuff, and shoes, the majority of it. I'm going to spend some time now and start listing this stuff, try to get it sold, and bring in some cash. But if you enjoyed the video, please hit that like button before you go. It really helps. I really appreciate it. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, flipping_junk. And this has been Wick. Until next time.